Guys, it is Daniel Wright here with episode 5 of Paving the Way. Today we're going to be talking about your network. So, who do you spend your time with? Who do you spend the most time with? Who do you enjoy spending time with? Who do you not enjoy spending time with? All of those answers go into determining who is your network. What is your network? How does your network work? Um, we're told at a young age that who you spend the most time with is who you will become like. That's why a lot of times our parents or our mentors or our teachers or the people who guide us say, spend time with good people, hang out with the good kids. Don't hang out with, little Johnny down the street. He's a bad kid, which, that's up for whatever. People can debate about those types of opinions that our parents have of our neighbors or our friends. But nonetheless, as we get older, we realize that our parents might not have been that wrong. Who we hang out with is who we become. I've heard it said before in a couple different ways. They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I've also heard it said, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So the fact that these types of things exist, these mentalities, these observations, things like that, it's out there. And it's an undeniable truth that who we spend the most time with is who we will end up becoming. Now, that's not to be said that if you are the leader of that pack, yes, you can spend time with people who are looking up to you and want to be more like you, but you also have to make sure that you're spending time with people you're looking up to, that you want to be more like them, that they're helping you grow in the direction that you were called to grow in. So, a lot of people say, your network is your net worth. By that, I tell you, everybody, I am one wealthy individual. I am fortunate to be surrounded by people who, at least to my face, believe in me, support me, encourage me. They offer any sort of guidance that they can in order to help me achieve my dreams, achieve my goals. And a couple episodes ago, I did a recap on the Top Contractor School Inner Circle retreat that we went to this in January this year, and it was literally just being surrounded by a network of people who genuinely care. That are a lot of them, truthfully, most of them further along in life and business than I am, and so I want to be around those people. I want to be around those who are not necessarily going to pull me along with them because that's not fair to them, but they'll at least lay a step for me to step on. They'll at least lay out a stone for me to walk on and be able to continue down this journey. And it just really is important that we put a lot of emphasis on who we spend our time with. Sometimes, truthfully, it's better to spend your time alone. Sometimes it's better to spend it with your spouse or your significant other than always be having to go out with the guys or go out with the girls or whatever it may be. Because if those people you're spending the time with aren't at least going in a direction you want to go, you might be holding yourself back. You might be wasting the most precious thing that you've been given, and that's time. Now, I'm not saying that every single conversation we have, every single outing we have has to be spent, moving the needle forward, trying to chase those goals and those dreams. But I'll tell you right now, the people who spend a lot of their time doing that, they're probably getting a whole lot closer to their goals and dreams than those who aren't. So we really want to make sure that we put an emphasis on who are we spending our time with? Who are we hanging around? Who are we learning from? Who are we talking to? Who are we listening to? Who are we becoming? And I genuinely believe that getting around the right people, getting in the right networks, having the right friends, being fortunate to have a family that is supportive and encouraging has all attributed to the trajectory that my life is currently on. Now, I'm nowhere near reaching my, lifetime goals and, my achieving my purpose and things like that. But I will say I'm on a path that I'm really happy with. And I'm really happy I get to enjoy this path with people around me, with the people around me who are cheering for me, who are pushing me along. And sometimes those pushes are uncomfortable. Sometimes those conversations that people have with me, such as even starting this show, is uncomfortable. It's told to get out of my own way. That I have apparently some perspectives that other people might actually like to hear outside of just my network that I spend my most time with. So, be around people who push you. Get around, build a network that, yes, they encourage you, but they also hold you accountable. Get around the people who want to see you win. That's a big one right there. When you tell people your victories, do they cheer for you or do they scold you? Do they tell you you're crazy? They tell you you're a dreamer, or do they say that's awesome? I can't wait to see the next one. Spend some time thinking about that. Spend some time putting in some thought on who it is that you're spending your time with. I understand that sometimes when we go to our jobs that we spend 40 plus hours a week with people who maybe don't have the same goals we do. Maybe Billy in the shop, just gripes and complains every day he comes in about his job, about his family, about his whatever. Sometimes we can't always control that we, aren't with Billy all day, but we can control how much that noise penetrates our heads. We can control how much we interact in that conversation. We can control more than we think we can control. So, my message for you today is your network is your net worth. The 5 people you spend the most time with, you are the average of that. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I wish I could tell you who said all these quotes because they aren't mine, but they always resonate with me. They go into determining, whether or not I say yes or no to an invitation to go somewhere, whether or not I decide to stay out with a group, or if it's just, hey, I probably better go ahead and head home. So put the thought into it, consider those things, because at the end of the day, it's only your life. It's only your time. 2 things in life you'll never get back once they're done. So I appreciate you guys listening to this. I hope that you share it with anybody who you think might need to know the message. And feel free to let me know if you have anything else I'd like to talk about. Thanks, guys. Take care.